Alright guys, so this is pretty much the basics of what I carry with me every time I go hike. We'll start off first here with the First Ascent Eddie Bauer ultra lightweight jacket here. It's waterproof, breathes really well, and I believe it's only 24 and 6 ounces of weight, which is nothing. Has a really nice shell on it here. You can pull it tight, which is nice, and right here goes over a helmet and keeps the water off your face. So great jacket. So next we have the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. I don't believe this is the 2, this is the first one. The first one was lighter than the second one, and this one is the hooded edition. It's a very warm jacket for as light as it is. All my gears you'll see is pretty much ultra lightweight, if not in the lightweight range here. I do have a size medium, which fits me perfectly. I'm in between sizes all the time, but as you can see, it is hydrophobic down. It does repel water very lightly, but it's definitely not waterproof at all. If it gets drenched in the wet, then good luck with that. But it does have side pockets here that you can put your hands in and stay warm. I've done that multiple times. The hood has a little thing here that goes around your head here and keeps you warm, or over your hat or something. And then the actual cuffs in the sleeves here are very nice as well. So let me switch and I'll hold it up. But the zipper never fails on me every time. Hood goes over, it cinches down really nicely once you have it all the way up. So it is a very nice jacket. I love this thing. Alright guys, so I'll just sit here and go over the rest of the gear because it's smaller, maybe except for the pack. But so here I have an Eddie Bauer lightweight hat. It has very good breathability. You can see all the little tiny holes in it. You can actually see through it in some spots. It's very lightweight, fits really well, has this nice bill here to keep the sun off your face. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's lighter than most your hats. It does have a little Velcro thing. It's a Z-Packs dry bag here, 100% dry, dynamic down, and I keep my toilet paper in this. And I usually carry this no matter where I go, because so next is my Z-Packs umbrella. This is very lightweight. For most umbrellas are very heavy, and this thing is huge, and for as light as it is. But I do love this thing. So next is my heavy headlamp. I have 2 headlamps. This is a black diamond spot, and it actually went along on the entire Appalachian Trail with me, and it is very bright. So it has a red light on it. It has multiple functions to zoom the light, further out, or dim it or whatever. So numerous functions on it, and I like it. The only thing I don't like is it's 3 AAA batteries, and it does die fairly quickly unless you're on like the lowest mode. As you can see there, it's kind of stained from using it over the years, but it did well. I like to do a lot of night hiking, and this is definitely the way to go for. So let's move on to electronics. Right here I have my DJI Mavic Mini drone. It actually can shoot 2.7K. It doesn't shoot up to 4, but videos almost look the same at that point, unless you're watching it on a really high-end television or computer. But most of the time you can get away with shooting 2.7 and make it look kind of like 4K. But it does do a lot of things, but it does not zoom. That would be amazing if it did zoom, but it does not. And you put the SD card in the back here, and you can charge the battery, but the battery is also removable, so you can always take the battery in or out if you need to. It flies for about 30 minutes max, and I've tested that theory, and I've put it to its max and then brought it back, and it does fine. I really have only had this thing for maybe like a month, if even that, weeks, and have flown it a lot, and it's done really well every time, and it hasn't ever done anything crazy on me. But it does have speakers built into it, I guess, to listen to the audio around it. But the only bad thing is the sensors on these things are only on the bottom, so there is no sensors around it or on top or anything. So if you're going to fly into something, you're going to fly into it, and it's not going to stop. I haven't ran into that yet, but I have almost ran into cliffs and trees and stuff, obviously. But I keep a really close eye, and I have a little bit of past history of flying drones. So when it's not being used, it does have a guard on it, but it has a nice gimbal camera system here, and you can pan up, pan down, side to side type stuff, and get those epic drone shots. It does only weigh 249 grams, which it says ultra light on here, and it is ultra light. It's half a pound, and it's 8 ounces, so it does the job really well. And then obviously with that, you're gonna have to carry the remote for it. The remote's a little bit heavier, you know. I'd like it to be lighter, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, so how do I keep all this stuff charged? I have the Mophie, but I've had this thing for a long time. I hiked the Appalachian Trail with it, and then it has the little bar indicators, which right now it's full, so I haven't had to use it yet. I usually try to keep all my stuff charged before I come out here so I don't have to use it, but worst case scenario, if I'm on a longer hike, I'm gonna use this. On the list would be out here, other than my cables, of course, for electronics, is this little thing. I kind of keep it in my back pocket just in case I need those really killer shots, because this is the Osmo Pocket, and this thing does wonders for filming. It can film 4K, I believe, at 60 frames per second, and it has a full gimbal system there that you can pan up and down, side to side, and get some pretty epic shots. And it's pretty wide for an angle from the factory. They do make little things that you can put on the screen here to make it even wider, but I like how wide it is already, but maybe one day I'll go wider with it. I do enjoy it. It's very small. I mean, compared to the drone here, you can see it's about the same size as it's long. But so this thing's nice. You can do hyper lapses with it, slow motion stuff. It has so many options on it that I haven't even been able to reach all. But you just turn it on and it flips up and down and calibrates itself real quick, I guess. And then you can see it just all the screen there does its thing. So you can actually watch the little screen, or I keep this little plug here and I plug it into my phone, and you can actually just watch it on the screen of your phone, so you don't have to look at this little tiny screen. But it is very nice to have. I wish the battery lasts a little longer on it, but it does okay, and I can charge it with my battery pack if I need to. Alright, so here we have the Eddie Bauer backpack that I use. It's the 30-liter Jasper. This material is not waterproof, and it's really not water resistant at all, but I enjoy having it. It's nice. I can put my little bladder in here that I usually have in other packs, and it has a lot of room in the bag. So it has this little pocket here where I keep my drone, and then it has another pocket here where you keep other things. 2 little side pockets. It's nice to have those for water if you need it, or just whatever you want to store in it. And then it has also another pocket, which I call it the electronics pocket, and that's where I keep all my electronics all shoved into those little pockets, which is very nice to have. And this one right here is pretty cool, a little stretchy thing, and then a little hidden pocket here where I keep other little things. Pretty much the basics of what I carry. Obviously what I wear. I also wear Eddie Bauer pants here. They're First Ascent guide pants. And the shoes that I wear would be the Salomon Pro 3D They're great shoes. As you can see, I just wore them here in my hike here. And then the socks I wear are darn tough socks. I wouldn't wear anything else. Darn tough is where it's at. So I hope you guys liked my little, gear talk. This is the basic stuff. There's a lot more that I do. The underwear I wear is Exo Officio underwear, and it's top notch. And I try to use quality gear when I get out here and do stuff, because it sucks to have gear that will fail on you while you're hiking.